Hello my dear students, I welcome you all one more time on my YouTube channel Curious Physics. Today I am going to start the second part of this particular chapter, moving charges and magnetism. In first part what we have studied just basically what is magnetic field, and magnetic field is produced by the moving charges, and a moving charge experienced a magnetic force when placed in a particular magnetic field. This particular we have studied in the first part. Okay, and today the first topic is magnetic field due to a current element and Biot-Savart law. The Biot-Savart law is basically the law which tell us about the value of magnetic field due to a current carrying element at a particular point. According to let's say this is the current carrying element, and I current is passing through this particular element in this direction. Okay, and this is the small element dl. This is the small element dl, and what we have to do, we have to find the magnetic field at point, you can say A, and this particular point A is r distance. The distance between these 2 points is r, and this particular element is so small. This particular element dl is very small, and angle between this element and r is theta. Angle between this element dl and r is theta. Okay, now according to Biot-Savart, the magnetic field at point A, magnetic field at point A, a small magnetic field due to this element dB is directly proportional to the product of ideal cross r, ideal cross r divided by r cube. This is the magnetic field at point A due to this particular current carrying element dl. Okay, so you can here again write ideal r sine theta divided by r cube, and theta is basically nothing but the angle between dl and r. Now this particular sign of proportionality can be removed by adding a constant, and the constant is mu naught by 4 pi ideal r sine theta divided by r cube. You can write mu naught by 4 pi ideal sine theta r square. This is the value of magnetic field at a particular point r distance from this particular small current carrying element. Okay, here the term mu naught is permeability of free space, magnetic permeability. This is which is a constant, permeability of free space. You can relate this term with the electric permittivity or permittivity of free space, which we have studied in first chapter when we are doing this particular Coulomb's law. Okay, this is the permeability of free space, or you can say vacuum, and its numeric value is 4 pi into 10 raised to power minus 7. 4 pi into 10 raised to power minus 7, and its unit can be, you can find its unit from this formula. Its units will be, the units of magnetic field will be Tesla meter per ampere. This is basically is nothing but the permeability of free space. Okay, and so the value of for numericals, the value of mu naught by 4 pi will be is equal to 10 raised to power minus 7. 10 raised to power minus 7. Are you able to getting my point or not? Okay. Next here the main task is to find the, you can find the value of, from here you can easily find the value or the magnitude of magnetic field at particular point A. This is very easy. You have to just put the values, you will get your answer. But here the main thing is how to find the direction of magnetic field. How to find the direction of magnetic field at particular point A. How to find the value or direction of magnetic field. How to find the value of direction of magnetic field. And here the direction of magnetic field will be direction of magnetic field can be find with the help of screw rule, or you can say right hand rule. And what is this right hand rule? In this particular right hand rule, what we have to do, you have to rotate your fingers. From first vector to second vector. Here the first vector is DL. DL is a, you can say, length of an element. You can consider this particular element as a vector. You can consider this particular element as a element, and direction of this particular element, if you want to consider this DL as a vector, this direction will be, same as the current. Okay, so how to find the value of particular magnetic field? You have to rotate your fingers first vector towards second vector. This is the second vector, because we are dealing with cross product. So you have to move your fingers from first vector to second. First vector is DL, second vector is R. So the direction of thumb will be the direction of magnetic field. Direction of magnetic field, DL cross R. DL cross R means curl your fingers from DL to R, first to second vector, and the direction of thumb will be your direction of magnetic field. So in this case, the direction of magnetic field will be inward direction. Magnetic field direction will be inward direction. And how to get this particular direction is with the help of screw rule, which we have already studied in first part. For if you want to study this particular screw rule, you can find it in your particular +1 book, NCERT book. The chapter is torque. The chapter related to rotation, etc. You will get to know how to apply this screw rule. But basically, screw rule or right hand rule is nothing but to curl your fingers from first vector towards second vector, and the direction of thumb will be the direction of your magnetic field. So here the small magnetic field is in inward direction, is away from you. Are you able to getting my point or not? Okay, so this is basically is nothing but the Biot-Savart law. IDL cross R divided by R cube. Okay, so here main is the direction. Okay, so how to find the value of magnetic field? You can easily find the value of magnetic field. Okay, next is here this is nothing but the comparison between electric field and magnetic field. Both are long range, depending inversely on the square of distance from the source. Yes, here we have find nothing but the both electric field as well as magnetic field is directly proportional to 1 by R square. The electrostatic field is produced by a scalar source. The electric field is particularly you can say that this particular electrostatic field is formed by this and that scalar source is q, and but here this particular magnetic field is produced by IDL, and this is a vector. This is a vector which we have just get to know that the direction of dl will be same as the direction of the current. So you can take this dl as a vector. The electrostatic field is along the displacement vector. We have already discussed that electrostatic force field is a central force. It is along the line, but the magnetic field is perpendicular to this. The particular magnetic field which we have studied with the help of the direction of magnetic field will be perpendicular to the plane containing dl and r. The Biot-Savart law introduced angle dependence, the sine theta, the relation between dl and r, okay, and which is absent in this particular electrostatic field. Okay, and one more thing, there is a relation between which we have studied in last chapter. The velocity of light, the speed of light is equal to 1 by and mu naught, which we have which will be studied in particular the chapter number 8 with detail. But for here the speed of light is equal to 1 by, where epsilon naught is the electric permittivity of free space and this is magnetic permeability of free space, or you can say of vacuum. Okay, these particular points should be in your mind when you have to want to compare electric field and magnetic field. Okay, I hope you are getting my point. Okay, next is nothing but an example based on this particular Biot-Savart law. An element delta L is equal to delta xi, okay, is placed at the origin and carries a large current I, 10 ampere. What is the magnetic field on the y-axis at a distance y-axis okay, at a distance 0.5 meter? Okay, this particular distance is 0.5. Means if you want to apply Biot-Savart law, then you have to find magnetic field B is equal to mu naught by 4 pi into I dl sine theta divided by r square. Okay, here the theta is 90 degree. Because dl is in this direction, this is dl and this is r. So angle between dl and r is 90 degree. So you have to directly put the value mu naught by 4 pi 10 raised to power minus 7. I is 10 ampere and dl is basically, this is nothing but dl is 1 centimeter. dl is 1 means 1 into 10 raised to power minus 2, and value of r square, r is 0.5 square, you will get your answer. After solving this particular simple equation, you will get your answer. But here again the main point is how to find the value direction of magnetic field. So direction of magnetic field can be found with the help of screw rule or right hand rule. You have to curl your fingers from dl towards r, dl in x direction, r in y direction. So dl cross r will give you the direction of thumb will be away from you. And the direction will be in positive z direction, or you can say that k cap. Okay, you can consider one more thing. I is in x, I cap, okay, j cap in y. So I cross j, dl cross r means x axis, the direction of dl is across is toward I cap, and the direction of r is towards j. So I cross r is also k cap. I cross j, okay, k direction. Okay, so after simply solving this, you will get your answer. But always remember in your mind that how to find the direction of magnetic field. To find the direction of magnetic field is very, very important. Okay, are you able to understand my point? Okay, next is which is nothing but the use of Biot-Savart law in a particular you have to find the magnetic field at a point. Magnetic field on the axis of a circular current loop. Okay, circular current loop, you have to find the value of magnetic field, and by using Biot-Savart law. Okay, this is nothing but simply the application, you can say the application of Biot-Savart law, which is given in your NCERT book. So what you have to do is nothing but, let's say this is a circular loop on the axis. Let's say this is a circular loop, and if this is a circular loop, let's say capital R is the radius of this circular loop. Okay, and you have to find the magnetic field at a distance x, from this particular center. Let's say center is at O, and here is the small element, you can say dl. You can say this is one element, and this can be another element. Okay, now this particular distance is r, and here when you will see in 3D the angle between dl and r. Here the angle between dl and r, angle between theta is equal to, or you can say angle between dl and r is 90 degree. Because this particular r vector is nothing but the tangent to the circle, this particular circular loop, and r is the radius. So that's why the angle between r and dl is dl is nothing but the, you can say the a particular point. So the angle will be 90 degree. So at particular point, any point, you can say A, at a particular point A, the direction of magnetic field will be, you have to curl your fingers from, and the direction of current will be this. Direction of current will be this. Okay, this is the current, let's say I. Then you have to curl your finger from R to dr. Then the small, this will be the magnetic field due to this small, the dB is the magnetic field. dB is the small magnetic field due to this element. Okay, let's say this particular dB makes an angle theta with the horizontal. This is the vertical line. Let's say this is vertical line. If this is 9 theta, this will be 90 minus theta. This will also theta, and this will be 90 minus theta. Are you able to getting my point or not? These are the angles which will help you later to derive a particular relation. Okay, so this is theta, 90 minus theta. This is the simple mathematics. Okay, and if this dl, due to this dl, let's say it's 1, the magnetic field direction in this direction, due to this second element, the direction of magnetic field will be in this direction, due to this direction will be in this direction. The component, the horizontal component, if this is theta, this is also theta. This is theta, then it is also, then this is dB cos theta, and this is also dB cos theta, which will add, you can add dB cos theta, and the vertical component will be dB sin theta, and here dB sin theta. So this dB sin theta and dB sin theta and magnetic field is a vector quantity. So this particular dB sin theta and dB sin theta will cancel out, because both the magnitude is same and direction is opposite. So this will cut. And so here we have taken just two elements, but in this particular circular loop there are so many elements. There are so many elements, dB cos theta, where here the theta is same, but the so many horizontal components which will add up, and the vertical components will cancel each other. So many dB cos theta will add, and they will give the value of total magnetic field in a circular current loop. The value will be given by integration dB cos theta. So here our task is to find the value dB cos theta. dB cos theta integration dB cos theta mean to say that you are adding all the horizontal components. So first of all, that what will be dB? The small magnetic field is mu naught by 4 pi IDL sin 90, sin 90 will be 1 divided by r square. R square is nothing but here r is equal to under root r square plus x square, simple Pythagoras. So you can write r square simply as r square plus x square. Are you able to getting my point or not? Now our task is to find the value of cos theta. Find the value of cos theta. So cos theta, here you can write sin 90 minus theta. If the angle is 90 minus theta, then what will be the sin 90 minus theta? Sin 90 minus theta will be r divided by r square perpendicular divided by hypotenuse. Okay, so the value of sin 90 minus theta is equal to, according to this particular Pythagoras theorem, the value will be r divided by under root r square plus x square. Okay, and sin 90 minus theta is cos theta. Sin 90 minus theta is cos theta. You will get r by r square plus x square. Are you able to getting my point or not? Able to understand my point or not? Okay, so here are tasks. If you want to find the total magnetic field, the total magnetic field is B at point A. I guess at point A is equal to B is equal to integration of dB cos theta. The value of dB is integration of mu naught by 4 pi IDL r square plus x square into r divided by under root r square plus x square. Are you able to getting my point or not? This is the basic how to write all the points. Then everything is constant. You can write mu naught by 4 pi I is constant. Here this will come out to be r square x square. Powers, if the base is same, its power is 1, it's 1 by 2, then power will be 3 by 2, and r and integration of only dl, so integration of dl will be whole circle, the perimeter of this circular loop, and the perimeter of this circular loop will be 2 pi r. You will easily get your answer, mu naught by 4 pi I into r square plus x square 3 by 2, and the integration of dl will be 2 pi r. Integration will be 2 pi r. Are you able to getting my point or not? This particular 2 pi 2, you will get mu naught 2 pi I r square divided by r square plus x square raised to power 3 by 2. This is the magnetic field. This will be the magnetic field due to a circular loop on its axis at a distance x. R is the radius of the circular loop. Are you able to getting my point or not? Are you able to getting my point or not? And next one more thing again, here how to find the direction how to find the direction. Okay, you can easily find the magnitude with this the help of this particular formula, but the main thing is how to find the direction, how to find the direction, how to find the direction, which is very very important. How to find the direction. Again, in a circular loop, the curl your fingers in the direction of current. Curl your fingers of right hand, curl your fingers of right hand in the direction of current, in the direction of current, and the direction of thumb, and the direction of thumb will give the direction of magnetic field. Are you able to getting my point or not? So this is how to find the direction of magnetic field. Are you getting my point or not? So in this case, for example, in this case, the direction, curl the finger, so this is the direction of current, and the thumb, the direction of thumb will give the direction of magnetic field. So here all the magnetic field in this direction, which we have already studied, the cos theta component. Are you able to getting my point or not? You can easily find the magnitude. You can easily find the magnitude, which is not a big challenge. But how to find the direction of magnetic field? Because as we know that the magnetic field is a vector quantity, so the direction always should be there. The focus on direction should be there. So that is basically how to find the direction of magnetic field. Okay, one more thing is here. If you want to find the magnetic field of this on the center of this loop, if you want to magnetic field at the center, if you want to find the magnetic field at center, what will be x? X will be 0, because we have taken x from the center, here. If x is 0, then you can easily find the magnetic field at the center of the circular loop. If at x is equal to 0, if you put x is equal to 0 in this formula, what will you get? You will get mu naught by 2 pi, okay, 2 pi cut each other, na? Okay, pi to pi, here is 2, there will be no pi in the formula, there is only mu naught by 2 I r square. If x is 0, then it will be r cube, then r square, then you will get mu naught I by 2r, which is also a important formula. Mu naught I by 2r, magnetic field at the center of a current carrying loop. This formula is also very important, which you can directly use in your numericals. Magnetic field at the center of a current carrying circular loop. Are you able to understand my point or not? Are you able to mu naught by 2r, mu naught I by 2r, and the main formula is mu naught I r square 2 divided by r square plus x square raised to power 3 by 2. This is the main formula. Both formulas should be in your mind when you are going to focus on basically on the numerical part. Okay. Next is it is nothing but a simple question. A straight wire carrying a 12 ampere current is bent into semicircular arc of radius 2 cm as shown in. Consider the magnetic field at the center of the arc. Consider the magnetic field at the center of the arc. What is the magnetic field due to the straight segment? In what way the contribution to B from the semicircle differs from that circular loop, and in what way does this resemble? Would your answer be different if the wire were bent into semicircular arc? Okay, in first case, in both the cases, the direction, this is current, this is current. In both the cases, this is current, this is current, this is current, this is current. This is the simple way. Okay, if you want to find the value of magnetic field at the center, if you want to find the value of magnetic field at the center, due to this straight wire, this is, let's say for straight wire, this is L and this is R. So due to this straight wire at this particular center, the magnetic field is zero. Magnetic field is zero. Why? Because here the angle is zero. The angle between this straight wire and this particular R at the center is zero. So there will be no contribution of this particular straight wire, this particular straight wire or straight segment, because here is theta is zero. In case of A, theta is zero, so contribution is zero, so magnetic field is zero. Okay, second part, due to this circular loop, this is a half circle, so this half circle will produce the magnetic field as half. Due to full circle, if circle is full, if the circular loop is full, then we have studied just the magnetic field at the center is mu naught I by 2r. If loop is half, then magnetic field will be mu naught I by 4r. Mu naught I by 4r, this is the magnitude. In both the cases, the magnitude will be same. Both the cases, the magnitude will be same. Mu naught I by 4r, which you can easily calculate, which is nothing. I told you earlier, to find the magnitude of magnetic field is not a big deal, but the big deal is how to find the direction. So curl your fingers in the direction of current. The current is moving in basically clockwise direction, then the direction is away from you. Direction is away from you. If the current is in clockwise direction, then direction is away from you, or you can say invert the paper. Okay, and in second case, the direction is basically anti-clockwise. In second case, the direction is anti-clockwise. In second case, the direction is anti-clockwise, then that will be in away from you. In second case, if the direction of current is anti-clockwise, then magnetic field will be away. Okay, you can easily also check the curl the finger in the direction of current, and the direction of thumb will give you the direction of magnetic field. Okay, in both the cases, the magnitude of magnetic field at the center will be same, and there will be no contribution of this particular straight segments. Only circular segments will contribute towards the magnetic field, but the direction of magnetic field is opposite in both the cases. In first case, away from you, and in second case is basically towards you. Okay, out of the paper. Are you able to getting my point or not? Are you able to understand my point or not? That is basically nothing but the example. Next is, consider a tightly wound turn coil of radius 10 cm carrying a current 1 ampere. What is the magnitude of magnetic field at the center? Okay, due to one turn, turn means the wire consists of just one turn. There is a one wire at a particular place. If there is n turns, means n wires are there at a particular place. Due to one turn, the value of magnetic field was mu naught at the center, mu naught I by 2r, and due to n turns, value will come out to be mu naught I n divided by 2r. So here the answer you will easily get 4 pi into 10 raised to power minus 7, which will be the value of mu naught, or you can say permeability of free space. I, the value of the current is 1 ampere, n is total number of turns, 2 into r 10 into 10 raised to power minus 2. You will easily get your answer. But the always at here the direction, no one has asked you direction, but always keep in your mind how to find the direction. Okay, so this is all about Biot-Savart law and the second part of this chapter. I hope you will practice, or I can say try to do all the questions, all the derivations by yourself. Okay, this is just a basic request. Okay, so keep practicing. That's all from my side for now. Okay, see you soon, and in next chapter we will discuss, or in next lecture or next part we will discuss the other topics. Okay, so keep practicing. Thank you so much. Take care. Bye bye.